20 hobbies that actually build you up. Most hobbies keep you occupied. A few actually build you. There's a specific category of hobbies that do something different. They put you in uncomfortable situations consistently. They teach you to fail without quitting. They build a version of you that carries into every other area of your life. Today, we're going through 20 of them, ranked by how fast they change you. And I'll tell you exactly how to start the one that fits where you are right now. Here's the thing about comfort. It doesn't make you better. It makes you softer. Most people fill their free time with things that feel good in the moment and leave nothing behind. These 20 hobbies are different. They leave something behind every single time. Some of them will feel wrong at first. That's the point. 1. Strength training. Not for the mirror, for the standard. You're not trying to look impressive. You're trying to build a relationship with resistance. The bar doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't negotiate. You either lift it or you don't. That binary teaches you more about yourself than any book ever will. Start simple. 3 days a week. Compound movements. Track the numbers. Let the weight be the feedback. 2. Combat sports. Boxing, wrestling, Muay Thai, BJJ. Pick one. Nothing exposes you faster than standing across from someone who wants to hit you back. Not because it's violent, because it's honest. You can't fake your way through a round. Your ego gets checked in the first week, and it stays checked. Sparring doesn't teach aggression. It teaches composure under pressure. That skill transfers everywhere. 3. Long-distance running. Not sprinting, not intervals. Just you and a distance that seems too far. The first few miles, you'll argue with yourself. Around mile 4, you stop arguing. That's the moment. That silence is what you're training for. Running long teaches you that discomfort is not a signal to stop. It's a signal that you're still going. Start at 20 minutes. Build from there. The distance isn't the goal. The conversation with yourself is. 4. Cold exposure. Cold showers first. Ice baths when you're ready. 2 minutes of cold water every morning changes your default response to discomfort. Not because cold water is magic, because you're choosing something uncomfortable before your day even starts. You're training the decision. Get in, stay in. Don't negotiate. The water doesn't get warmer. You get harder. 5. Learning a musical instrument. This one is slower than the others. That's exactly why it's on the list. Progress is invisible for months. You'll sound terrible before you sound decent. Most people quit in that gap. If you don't quit in that gap, you've already learned the most important thing the instrument has to teach you. Pick something with tactile feedback. A guitar, a piano, something your hands have to work for. Show up 3 times a week, even for 15 minutes, especially when you don't feel like it. 6. Rock climbing or bouldering. Problem solving while your arms are burning. That's the whole thing. The wall doesn't care about your strategy until your body can execute it. Climbing forces you to stay present in a way almost nothing else does. If your mind drifts on the wall, you fall. That's immediate feedback. Start at a local gym. Expect to fall a lot. Falling is the curriculum. 7. Martial arts with a traditional foundation. Judo, karate, kali. The belts matter less than the practice. What you're building is precision. Not every punch has to land hard. Some of them have to land exactly. That obsession with exactness rewires how you approach everything else. You stop doing things carelessly because carefulness becomes a habit. Find a good school. Stay for a year before you judge whether it's working. 8. Rucking. Weighted backpack. Long distance. Underrated, underused. Carrying weight over distance is one of the oldest tests of human endurance. You don't need special equipment. You don't need a gym. You need a bag, some weight, and a direction to walk. Do it alone. No podcast, no music. Let the weight and the distance be the only inputs. An hour of silence carrying 40 pounds will tell you things about yourself that nothing comfortable can. 9. Journaling. Daily. No exceptions. Not a diary, not a gratitude list. A thinking tool. Write down what you're afraid of. Write down where you're dishonest with yourself. Write down the decision you've been avoiding. The page doesn't judge. It just reflects. Men who understand their own thinking are rare. They're also the ones who make better decisions, handle conflict better, and recover faster from failure. 10 minutes a day. That's all it costs. 10. Public speaking. Toastmasters, open mics, local clubs. Fear of public speaking is fear of judgment at scale. Face it directly. Every time you stand in front of a room, even a small room, and push through the discomfort, you reduce the baseline anxiety of being seen. Over time, that reduction extends beyond the stage. Start where the stakes are low. Say yes to the next opportunity before you feel ready. 11. Learning a new language. Commit to 1. Don't dabble in 3. A new language is a new nervous system. You think differently. You notice things you couldn't name before. Fluency is a side effect. The real gain is humility. Being bad at something adult. Being a beginner again on purpose. 30 minutes a day, every day, for 2 years. The compound effect is real. 12. Chess or strategy-based games. Seriously, not for intelligence, for patience, for learning to sit with uncertainty without panicking. Chess punishes impulsiveness. Every bad move has a consequence several steps later. That delayed feedback loop is a training ground for thinking past the immediate. Play regularly. Analyze your losses. The losses are the lessons. 13. Writing. Not for an audience, for clarity. There's a difference between having a thought and being able to articulate it. Writing closes that gap. It forces you to define what you actually believe, not just what you vaguely feel. Write about what you think about. Write about what you disagree with. Don't edit as you go. Publish nothing. The act is the practice. 14. Hiking solo. Long trails, no company. No one to set the pace for you. No one to distract you from the silence. Solo hiking puts you alone with the trail and your thoughts for hours at a time. In a world designed to eliminate silence, this is radical. You'll be bored. You'll be uncomfortable. You'll be fine. Do it quarterly at minimum. Do it annually at least. 15. Financial literacy as a daily habit. Not investing, understanding. Track every dollar. Understand where money comes from and where it goes. Read the fundamentals, not for wealth, for control. A man who doesn't understand his finances is at the mercy of everyone who does. This isn't a hobby in the traditional sense. It's a discipline. Treat it like one. 16. Woodworking or metalworking or building anything physical. Creation rewires confidence in a way digital work can't. You build something with your hands, something with weight, something that exists in the room with you, and something changes. The gap between I thought about doing that and I made that disappears. Start small. One project. Finish it, even if it's imperfect, especially if it's imperfect. 17. Survival and wilderness skills. Fire, navigation, foraging basics. Not because civilization is about to collapse, because knowing you could handle less makes everything easier to handle. There's a specific kind of calm that comes from competence in fundamental things. Take a weekend course. Practice in the field. You don't need to become an expert. You need to become someone who isn't helpless without a signal. 18. Photography. But walk while you shoot. Not phone photography, real observation. The discipline of photography forces you to see what's already there instead of only looking at what you're expecting. Walk a route you know. Shoot it like you've never seen it. Do it in silence. You'll start noticing things you've walked past 100 times. Attention is a skill. This trains it. 19. Volunteering quietly, without telling anyone. No post about it, no credit. Just show up and do it. This one is about character maintenance. It keeps ego in check in a way that's hard to replicate. Consistent, quiet service recalibrates what you think you deserve, what you take for granted, and what actually matters. One consistent commitment, monthly minimum. 20. Deliberate rest, doing nothing, on purpose, without a screen. Sit. Think. Let your mind wander without feeding it content. This sounds easy. It's harder than running. Most people can't sit with themselves for 20 minutes without reaching for a phone. That inability is a symptom. Train the opposite. Boredom is where original thought lives. Protected. 20 hobbies. 20 different doors into a harder, cleaner version of yourself. You don't need all of them. You need one. Done consistently for long enough that it starts to reshape you. Pick the one that scares you the slightest bit. That feeling is information. It's telling you where the growth is. Start this week, not next month, this week. The people who actually change don't wait for the right time. They make the wrong